Yeah, we got Fairy Tale
Craig, you're
Chapter,
dead to
Eden Zero
me. Shut
Chapter.
the fuck up, Craig.
Fucking
Sorry,
Craig.
cut it.
We got the Eden Zero trailer.
Yes.
Wasn't there game info at the end of the trailer, or was it just?
No, they just talked about the game that's coming out and how some of the character skins that we already knew about because Mashima had teased them and some of the new like
Oh yeah.
where he's sitting on a throne essentially and has Rebecca next to him. That's gonna be a character for Shikran. Um, but yeah, we'll talk more about that in the news. Welcome everyone. It is January whatever of 2021.
17th.
January 17th. I'm here with the Canadian
What's up?
and the African.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hit that I was gonna say. Ha, got it.
So, with today, we got quite a bit. Well, I say quite a bit. We don't have quite a bit, but we've got a couple chapters, and then we've also got the Eden Zero trailer that dropped about a week ago. It was the 13th or something like that for the anime. What do we want to talk? We want to talk about the Eden Zero trailer first.
No, let's talk about what we've been doing these last few.
Sure.
All right, King, start us off, fam. Start us off.
Cool. Well, I am officially recording interviews for the Fairy Tale Wiki Twitter Talks. So a reminder that if anyone wants to apply, and you are a person who listens to this podcast, if you're following us on Twitter at the Fairy Tale Wiki, you can just DM me here and I'll follow up with you. I will also be posting the applications again. I've got about 4 people who are already interested. That, for the record, everybody is new, so I'm not going to re-interview people who've been there before. Sorry, Spidey, I know you really wanted to be part of it, and I do apologize for that. But yeah, no, it's going to be great. I'm sure, actually, that some of the people that you are familiar with in terms of, like, you spend a lot of time on Twitter, right? So I'm sure that some of the people I interview are actually going to be people you might know of, maybe not necessarily have spoken to, but you have definitely seen their content if you're on Twitter as active as I think you are, and I think you are fairly active. So it's going to be a good set of interviews. I'm planning for 13 this time, and they will be coming out on the 1st of February. So I do hope that all of you who are listening to this will listen to our podcast, share them around. If your friends are interested, have them hit me up. If you're interested and you haven't done it before, hit me up, and it's going to be great.
Damn. All right. I see you, fam. I see.
Mhm.
Now, what about your your Amazon shilling? How's that going?
Oh,
The
that's fine. I
viewers
mean,
want to know. The viewers want to know, bro.
that is true. Unfortunately, there's nothing exciting for me to say this week. Yeah, I just actually haven't been involved this week, so there's nothing more for me to say on that regard. But obviously, if I get any updates or whatever, I will send a message to the. Well, I'm not going to send a message. I'll just talk about it on the next podcast.
Nice. Yeah, because we need to know what's up. What's the dealio with Amazon shilling? You know.
Yeah, exactly. Like we want those like 90% discounts or whatever, right?
90% is all you're getting, bro. You're getting shagged, fam. It should be 95 for some
It,
things.
it's not. 90% is just what we were talking about last week. What I get is different stuff, but we'll discuss that off camera because I don't want the masses to get too jealous.
Man's over here.
Yeah. I don't want to upset the 4 followers that we have or whatever.
Hey, whoa. It's a bit more than 4 followers, fam.
I'm just fucking too. Actually, I'm curious. Like, people like I know we get some views on YouTube, but nobody in the server really seems to talk about the podcast. Like, I know I'm not as active in the server as you guys are, but like, do you guys know how many people are actively like interested?
Here, we'll do this.
I see some people talk like just after its release, and when I say just after, I mean like 2 to 3 days after. With the next 3 days, basically. But it's not like in depth. It's kind of like, yo, I enjoyed that. That was nice.
Whoever listens to it, write the number 42 in user content and ping King of Uncool. If you do that, you'll get a, if you do that, you'll get a reward.
You'll get an Amazon gift card.
Whoa, that'd be making promises you can't fulfill.
Hey, I'm not gonna be. I'm not. I did not.
Technically, I could fulfill that one. I won't, but I'm just saying it. I'm not going to. Obviously, you're not going to.
Yeah, come on, Dev.
You'll have my gratitude.
Come on, Dev. He's Mr. Amazon, bro. Gift card is nothing for him.
Like, move over, Jeff Bezos.
For all we know, he's actually Jeff. You're actually Jeff. For all we know.
Oh my god! Imagine.
Exactly. That's the truth of this podcast. Like, Spidey's actually Mishima. I'm actually Jeff Bezos, and I don't know who you are.
I'm still
He's Steve Nash. He's Steve Nash.
Steve Nash. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. We got Steve Nash, we got Mishima, and we got Jeff Bezos.
And this is where we get hit 1%. With fucking strike on YouTube for pretending to be someone else.
We were joking. YouTube, get it together. No, but yeah, type number 42 and ping King of Uncool. If you do that, I will give you a prize.
You get a color roll for a week.
Oh,
or you get server mod rights for an hour.
Whoa. I mean, they probably do as much as the mods anyway, so what's the difference? I mean,
I don't know. You'd have to make that decision.
You'll get incentivized if you do that. Cool. But yeah, just so we could show King that people do listen, because I know some people do. I know Nalugad listens to it.
Yeah.
I know Happy listens to it. Joe's told me he's listened to it. Yeah, he doesn't listen all the time, or at least not on release, I don't think. But he's listened to it. Yeah, there's others that don't.
And Spidey.
What happened?
What about you, Dav? What have you been up
to? Not too much because of lockdown. My sleeping pattern's going a bit whack, but I'm still trying to get up before midday. Today, I had to go shopping today, and I went for the neighbor upstairs as well. Some woman. So the shop I go to, I don't know if you guys have this where you guys live, but basically we can do our electricity for our house in two different ways. One where you pay monthly, or one where you top up like a prepaid card, basically. So you only pay what you actually use, whereas the other one you might pay like £30 a month, regardless if you use £30 or not. If you use more, doesn't matter. If you use less, doesn't matter. But I have one where you top up £30 and then I can use that £30 and then I top up when I run out. So anyway, my shop, I went to go get that done. Some woman in the front wasn't wearing a mask. And obviously there's some people that are exempt because of like, I don't know, asthma and shit. But they're meant to carry a little letter with them. So the shop owner was like, "Where's your mask?" And she goes, "My what?" He goes, "Your mask." She goes, "Oh, I don't need to wear one." She goes, "Oh, why?" "Oh, I don't have COVID." Okay. And then he said, "Well, you still need to wear a mask." And she got like instantly offended and started screaming. And I was just like, should I say something? Can't be bothered. This is why I was late, because this woman was holding everything up. And she had to be escorted out of the building, which was pretty funny. She was kicking and screaming pretty much. Like, just wear your mask, people.
Some people be just special kind of stupid, bro.
Just wear your mask. But other than that, I've not been doing much at all. I've been keeping up with the anime I've been wanting to watch, but life right now is I'm existing.
Worse. Could be worse, bro.
I'm enjoying it.
You could be in America, bro.
I could be.
You could be.
I could be. That would be worse. I'm just chilling. It's just kind of like there's not much to do apart from what I'm already doing. I'd like to go out, but alas, we cannot. I miss the pub greatly.
I thought you said the hub. I was like, whoa, fam, whoa.
Nah, the pub.
Nah, man, he's in the hub all the time. Like, you know, the hub, on the other hand, that's a place you want to be, because where else are you going to get drunk with strangers?
I miss the pub greatly. I'll tell you, the moment it's safe to go pub, I am there for like a whole day. I'm not leaving. I'm getting halloumi fries every 2 hours, and I'm just drinking.
What kind of fries are you getting?
Huh?
What kind of fries are you getting?
The halloumi fries. They're like, what do you guys call it? I think you guys call it grilling cheese.
Oh, chili cheese fries?
Kind of, I think. I don't actually know what those are, but it's just halloumi is a type of cheese, and you can't really melt it. It's a really like thick, potent, salty cheese. You usually fry it.
It's kind of like what you said, King, but there's not really a overlap, if you will, between the Brits and the Americans in that.
You guys, I don't think you guys actually have halloumi cheese there.
I've never heard of it.
I just feel like you insulted me in a different language, if I'm being honest with
you. There's a picture of it in chat. It's really nice. It's not cheap cheese, but at the pub that I go to, it's quite cheap. So you get quite a bit of it. So we usually clean house when you go. Spidey, what about you? What have you been doing?
I haven't been doing much. I'm still looking for work, of course. Because
your last one would have been shit pay.
Oh, yeah, don't remind.
Feels bad, man.
Fucking, yeah, you're only gonna work 10, 15 hours for the week. What the fuck am I going for then? That's gonna be like half of it's gonna go on gas. No, yeah, but I'm still looking for work. I've applied to 3 recently. I got an interview for one, and then they looked at my resume for the other 2, so I'm here's hoping that
that you'll have like the options and that you'll be able to pick out the one you like, basically.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Basically, yeah, hopefully. What else? I've been looking at Pokemon cards for some reason. And I started collecting them now, I guess. It's quite fun.
That's an expensive hobby.
See, I'm not going all out. I'm just buying packs here and there. And that's it.
Okay, I'm not like those people. Who does that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go, oh yeah, I'm gonna spend $10,000. No, bitch, I'm not spending no money on the card. I'm only buying the pack and that's it. Fuck that.
Best thing ever would be to just like find an old card somewhere in your house or something, then making like $5,000 to $6,000 off that.
I was too poor to have Pokemon cards when I was a kid.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, and the good ones were rare anyway. So even if you had the money, it's like there's no guarantee that you would have had the necessary like card, like getting the holographic.
The funniest
starters,
thing is,
Charizard, and all those.
My cousin had them. I remember. He had a binder full of them, but he threw away the binder, and I was like,
shit.
Or he did something with it. I don't remember, but yeah, I was like, wow. He had like all the holographic, all the Pokemon, and I was like,
that's nuts, dude.
I was looking at the prices. I was looking at the prices that they sell for. My God, like goddamn.
Yeah, they sell for a lot. I've got one of the first generate, like the very first set of legendary birds, and I got them graded at because at one of the Comic Cons I went to, there was a guy doing grading. Got it graded. Each one I could sell for a good £50. I was like, huh. And this was like 5 years ago, so I could have sell it for even more now.
Probably, yeah. Because the Charizard and the fucking it's sky high, and like the scalping for it is insane. Like I didn't realize how big of a thing it was, but yeah, it's pretty wild. I was like, that's cool. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. Oh, and the 7 Deadly Sins server, discord.gg/7 Deadly Sins, has a Minecraft server, and I made my house, and it looks pretty fucking amazing.
And I heard you spawn in the game and died.
Yeah, I spawned and then a fucking creeper came out of nowhere and just blew up on me. I was like, okay, bitch. And then and then I went into the Nether, which is like basically their hell. Fell in lava and I lost every diamond I had and everything I had. It was a painful experience. Not gonna lie to you. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've tried to update the releases when the team releases them. New chapters come out next week, I think, for both series. So it's gonna be fun. I do recommend people read the Spider-Man run that's currently happening, the Sin Eater, because it's actually really, really fucking good. But that's about it. Yeah, That's about it, fam.
Don't know if either of you watch it. WandaVision started. I'm not gonna watch it. But I've seen people talking about it.
I don't have Disney Plus, but I would like to watch it because it is something that I'm interested in. But I'll probably get Disney Plus much later on and binge that, and then The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then Loki, and whatever else.
I'll get you an account. Don't trip.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, buddy.
Spidey's got his Disney Plus shilling going on.
Proud sponsor. Nah. Disney's okay. Disney fucking ruined Spider-Man for me. Tom Holland's a pathetic Spider-Man. He's not even Spider-Man. He's Iron Boy. Don't get me started on this bullshit. Fuck
keep
that
going.
franchise.
Go on, keep going.
Fuck that stupid ass franchise. And all the fucking morons think, oh yeah, he's cool Spider-Man. He's not fucking Spider-Man. He's playing white boy Miles Morales. What the fuck is Miles Morales white? No, motherfucker, no. Cut the bullshit. You're fucking fired. Useless motherfucker. Alright, we good. I'm so excited. If the rumors are true, if the rumors are true, then that means we're getting Andrew Garfield back as Spider-Man. And I'm fucking excited for that.
White boy Miles, bro.
Okay, so Miles, I mean, this is a super simplification of it. Miles Morales became Spider-Man because his hero, Peter Parker, died, sacrificing himself. Tom Holland's character, Miles basically worshipped Peter early on. And what does Tom Holland's character do? He fucking worships Iron Man like if he's the second coming of Jesus. Like, no, bitch, no. He's just
to be fair, he did kind of save humanity, so...
Oh my god. Did he didn't really do much, if we're being honest.
To be fair, he did quite a bit.
Oh my god. He also created Ultron. Let's not forget. He also signed the Sokovia Accords.
Fine, but it was Thanos' influence on the Mind Stone that created the negative AI.
Yeah, okay, yeah, nobody.
And it was the Mind Stone that affected Wanda that gave him the visions in the first place that required him that made him paranoid and put the influence of Ultron into him.
Look, fam, you try to glorify Tony Stark, and I respect it, but no, that motherfucker was the reason a lot of the bullshit happened in the MCU, if we're being honest. You could justify it because of whatever stone or whatever character.
Like at the same time, like this, it was clearly going on. Like the other movies clearly show that it was going to be set in motion with or without Tony Stark. I mean, obviously Captain America existed before that. Captain Marvel existed before that. What's his face? Thor obviously would have come to Earth independent of Tony Stark. Bruce Banner's experiment happened years before Tony became Iron Man. So, I mean, at the same time, you can argue that him setting off the Iron Man chain actually helped deal with a lot of those pre-existing problems, too.
Nah, he's still to blame for a lot of the damage. You could do a good, but doesn't change the... Damn, this guy...
Well, sure, but like that's the whole reason that he changed his ways and stuff.
Did he really change his way, though? Did he really change his way?
Yes, he did.
Did he really?
Yes,
Are you sure?
I'm certain. Did not. You can check it up.
And then him dying in Endgame was so stupid because the stones don't fucking the stones don't affect you like that. So I don't know why they fucking
they don't affect you like that.
In the comics, they don't destroy the fucking person like they did. Fucking.
I mean, yeah, sure. In the comics, they don't, but this clearly isn't the comics.
And then we have him do that, but we can't have Thor do the fucking wielding because he's embraced who he is, so he's finally the true.
Well,
fucking hero.
Like at that point, he had
it's so really. Let's talk about in Endgame. He didn't embrace himself towards the end when he was
at the end, sure, but like up to that point, he was still like a whiny old fat bitch.
And what is fucking Iron Man? He just whines and bitches, and he's like, "I got money. Let me solve this issue."
He had a much saner mind at that point.
We're going on a tangent. That's fine.
Do you want to just jump to the chapter?
Oh wait, no. Didn't Dad want to talk about his latest anime? Oh yeah. We'll talk about anime. What have you guys been watching this season?
Oh yeah, so Doctor Stone season 2 has debuted, so go watch that. And otherwise, I'm just keeping up with the Inuyasha sequel. I haven't really watched a whole lot else yet.
Dev, I'm guessing it's the same for you.
Doctor Stone sequel. I mean, season 2. Then there's the quintuplet season 2, which I'm enjoying. I'm just butthurt that Miku looks the worst because the art style changed.
Why did it change?
I don't know. Tell you, I think it might be a new studio. But it's also more that it's more akin to what the manga looks like. So it doesn't look bad. Okay, you know how season 2 of One Punch Man doesn't look bad, but if you compare it to season 1, it looks absolutely garbage. It's that kind of situation for me. And people didn't believe me before it aired. And then this week's episode, I took a screenshot from one of the scenes we can see it with the girls, posted it, and now everyone in the server, well, not everyone, most people in the server actually agree with me, right? Because the girls look like twigs now. All right, the thighs are gone. All right, the actual character, no, if you look at the characters, right, they look like twigs. The whole design looks like twigs.
Nice, thunder thighs.
Yeah,
nice.
But the characters look like this, and then Miku just looks the worst. It like triggered the fuck out of me. All right, and everyone's like, "Oh no, it still looks good." And then I posted that screenshot, and everyone's like, "Nah, it's got to be fake." I'm like, "Fam, it's from episode 2. I literally screenshotted it from the episode. The subtitles are still on the screen." All right, but other than that, overlooking that, it's a very enjoyable season. There's Horimiya as well. I don't know if anyone's following that. That's somewhat enjoyable.
What about your favorite series redo of Healer?
Ugh. So I went to. I don't know. Have you heard of that, King? King, have you heard of redo of Healer?
Did he just?
By the way, I think he's gone to. Yeah, I don't know where he went. No, I didn't touch that. I was going to check the manga, and I was like, "What the fuck is this shit, bro?"
Just think, Shield Hero times 1,000 in terms of negativity. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, no. After reading those first 6 chapters, not even read it, I just skimmed it out. It's just like, this is fucking. Whoever wrote that definitely has some childhood trauma they need to sort out, bruv. Because that was something else.
Was it?
Huh?
Was it though?
Oh, it was. That thing is, even as a hentai, that would be a bit much, bruv.
Yeah, it's pretty dark if we're being honest. Basically, there's a lot of there is some rape, which surprised me. And some people were defending it, saying, "Oh, it's not rape; they're just having sex to."
I think the more he does it, or if you have sex with someone who is of a higher magical power than you get stronger or something like that.
I don't. I just saw the first few chapters and I was like, "Nope, I'm out."
That's basically apparently what it was. So the dude's locked up. That's what they're doing to him. But then the revenge he gets. That's what got me, bruv. The revenge that he gets, I was like, this is brutal. Because the dude can heal. So he does the job to her, and then heals her, and then does it again. Right? And then he rewrites her memory so she thinks that she's his slave. Bruv. Shit got whacked real quickly.
Oh, I know. I didn't get that far, but I know.
That's where, because the first scenes I saw, okay, all right. I was looking for that one because apparently it was within the first 10 chapters, and I wasn't even reading. I was just skimming through to see if it was as bad as people said, and I was like, how that got an adaptation, I will never ever understand. Someone, whoever fucking licensed that, they've also got some childhood trauma to be sorting out.
My thing is, how does that get a fucking anime adaptation? But fucking Spy X Family or fucking Rave Master don't get a fucking redo, or goddamn even fucking Heroes. But yeah, let's give.
There's so much that they could have been like, you know what? Let's license this instead.
Yeah, because people were making the argument. Well, it's kind of like interspecies reviewers. No, because that's more of a gag manga, more of a joke than it is an actual thing. This one is
this one's just full out. This is a whole. My man is serious
fantasy shit. Yeah, it's pretty dark, gruesome shit.
It's not even a parody of the genre. I wouldn't even call it a genre, bro. It's just fucking. The genre is fucked up childhood trauma, bro. It's fucking crazy.
It's insane.
But other stuff is Promised Neverland season 2. Heaven's Design Team is actually pretty cool. The concept of it sounds pretty fun. See, episode 1 was pretty funny.
There was what was it called? Something about a secret dungeon or whatever?
Yeah, Hidden Dungeon. Okay, so I've seen the first episode. It basically, from at face value, think like Dan Machi.
Alright, I'm sold.
But it's not going to be I don't know if it's going to be the same whole idea with the different families or so on. Basically, the first episode, you see some kid. And he doesn't really have much to his life. Kind of like how, what's his name? Bell?
Well, Bell's a lot more developed and I get what you're trying to say, but there's a lot of layers to Bell.
Yeah, but what I mean is, at the beginning, he hasn't got much to him. He's literally just a case of, I want to get stronger, so he's learning, he goes through dungeons and so on. This guy is like that, but then he meets some fucking bitch just tied up, and she gives him a power.
Nice.
And he can now contact that as like, I won't say what the power can do, but he can contact her for like advice and so on, telepathically. And the power he has is actually quite interesting, and I'm really interested to see how that goes. But I can tell the show is just going to be this kind of like etchy fantasy with not a very deep story to it. So I think it'll just be like one of those you can watch with your mind off.
I'm sold.
You'll like Emma. I think her name's Emma. She's a blonde chick. You'll like her.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I saw because I was watching ReZero on Crunchyroll, and as I was scrolling through it, it showed me that, and I was like, all right, this could be fun.
It's not bad. The characters seem pretty good.
Yeah, I don't watch anime to be like blown away with the writing. I just want to be entertained.
Yeah.
So hopefully I like it.
I don't know if it's gonna be like that great, but for the first episode, I enjoyed the first episode for what it was. It set up the show quite nicely, but it wasn't like whoa. So I think it's just gonna be a turn your brain off and watch kind of series.
Because for Don Machi, Bell is actually it was shown. He's related to Zeus. And there's actually more complexity to his character based off of season 1. But you kind of made it seem like old boy was like, oh yeah, let me just go dungeon hunting. So just needed to clarify that for you, bro.
Apologies. The other thing is Tamazaki. That's pretty fun. Basically, this loser gamer who's playing not Smash Bros. It's basically Smash Bros. The second highest ranked player as well. He meets who it is, and he finds out that this person isn't exactly like who he is. Just a no-life gamer with no friends and a loser. And that person then helps him not be a no-life gamer with no friends, basically. It seems interesting. The first 2 episodes are cool. I've already found Best Girl in there. I don't know if the season is going to be great, but I think it'll be enjoyable. It's a whole gaming one, so that's kind of why I checked it out.
What streaming service has it?
I think that's Funimation.
Good. Oh, Crunchyroll is Funimation now.
Yeah. And then Heaven Design Team, just basically group of people in heaven who their job is to design animals and plants for Earth, basically.
Oh shit!
It's entertaining. Funny. It is entertaining. I think I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy this just as a laugh. I don't think it's gonna be anything special, but it's definitely gonna be funny. First episode had me chuckling because there's just one guy who designed a bird, and then another guy designed a snake to kill the guy's bird. So now they're trying to out-design each other for survival. So it's pretty enjoyable.
Nice. Alright, I'm gonna add this bullshit to my I'm gonna log in. And I'm gonna add it to my queue.
I don't know if streaming service that one's on. I'll watch it on a Luffy site because I'm too lazy to look for it.
Only $7.90. Damn, they raised the price for Crunchyroll. That's great.
Did they? Not for
Where
us.
the fuck? Where the fuck is King?
I don't actually know.
I was just letting you guys talk about that stuff because I didn't really have anything to say on the matter.
So when we asked you about redo of Healer, you were there. You just ignored us. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, maybe I was. I was also on. I was browsing. What were you asking me?
Have you heard of redo of Healer?
Redo the anime? No, I haven't.
All right. It might be up your street. It might not be. It might be a bit extreme. But
okay.
I'm gonna put it this way. It is a very
just watch the series. Just watch the first episode and get back to it.
Or read the first 6
You know
chapters.
I'm gonna Google this now, right? If this is some like secret ass hentai that you guys are trying to push on me,
it's basically Shield Hero. I'm not even joking.
I haven't seen that either, so.
Oh, it's a good series.
Look, just read the first 6 chapters and let us know what you think. Right, the first 6 chapters will give you enough info of the show to have to form an opinion.
All right. Enough of this degeneracy. Let's talk about the Eden Zero anime preview trailer.
Sure.
Number 1.
I loved the opening with just a shooting star because if I remember correctly, the first chapter had that, and you're echoing, by the way, Spidey.
Oh my bad.
Yeah, I love that opening. Whoa. Test? Alright, cool. Yeah, I love that opening with the shooting star because if I remember correctly, chapter 1 started like that.
It had a bunch of shooting stars in it.
I don't. Do you guys recognize the voice actors?
I didn't actually pay attention to them, so.
Shiki's played by the. I don't know the name, but I know the guy who played Jackal in Fairy Tail plays Shiki.
Yeah, I don't mean names. I just mean if you know or recognize them. It looks nice though. I think it's going to be quite good. I'm excited. The art looks nice. The animation looks nice. I love the animation of Shiki's gravity.
Ultra Instinct, fam.
It is literally just Ultra Instinct. But it's exciting that it's coming very soon.
Yeah, what did you think of the overall voice acting that we saw? Do you think the characters fit the voices, or do you think like somebody else should have played them?
I didn't really have a problem with it personally.
Yeah, I think it fits, but I think when the show actually starts is when we'll be able to tell more.
Yeah, what I didn't like about the chapter is it basically gave away the entire first one. The trailer gave away the entire first chapter essentially. Now that's not a bad thing, but like as someone who's read the chapters, I was like, oh look, that was from 90% of the trailer is from, and that well I guess that's kind of good because they're only showing you part of the first episode, but at the same time it's like showing me what you were gonna show me when it comes out April 10th. So that's exciting too. It's coming out April 10th. So we have the day and then we already have the trailer for it. And yeah, I just hope. What about you, King? What are your thoughts on that?
Overall, I thought it was fine. It does the standard job that any anime preview trailer should do. I didn't have anything terrible to say about it, but I didn't really think it was that amazing either. It felt a little bit stilted. Like I thought a lot of the shots just looked like I don't know. Like I wasn't very impressed by the animation, but the art was perfectly fine. I thought the voices were fine, and from what I know about the series, I'm sure it's gonna be okay initially. Yep, basically that.
But are you excited for it? That's what matters.
I don't know if I'd say excited necessarily. Like I was excited for like Dr. Stone and stuff, but will I watch it? Yeah, sure. I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. And then we'll be able to talk to you about we can get your views on it.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know if it's going to be 24 episodes?
We don't.
I don't believe it was stated.
No, it wasn't. But given the track record of JC staff, their first seasons are usually 12 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, at least the last few that I know of. So
yeah,
hopefully...
like they're very here and there like that, but I think it's possible that they will go for 24 episodes because I feel like they're not going to get much done with just 12, so they'll probably want like a further along storyline to end the 24 episodes with, and then go to anticipation for like Eden Zero Part 2 or Season 2 or whatever.
I don't know if I would like 12 episodes.
I mean, they could do
because
what
they did for like Shokugeki no Soma. Like the first season was like 24 episodes, I think, and then they started doing like the second plate, third plate, the whatever.
Still need to watch that. Looking forward.
Yeah, it's already finished, so like you could probably binge it all.
Don't watch it. It's a waste of time.
It's not terrible.
Watch it. It's fucking horrible. Don't even give me your bullshit.
It's really not that bad. Like
you're gonna tell me the manga is even worse. Oh my lord, we're gonna have this discussion. We're gonna have this discussion right here and now.
Okay, go for it.
What was? I was like, son of a bitch. So the first season was good, right? Because we get introduced to the Tatsuki and the school and all this bullshit. Yeah. So I agree. Season 1, amazing, fantastic, beautiful.
Sure.
And then, I don't know what was it, season 2 or season 3, when we meet Irina's dad. What season? 3. Okay, so season 3 is when it started going downhill, right?
I agree.
Because it was like, I'm gonna overthrow your grandfather. I'm gonna be the new president or whatever. Let me introduce all these new people who are basically my bitches and they're gonna do my bidding for me. And it's like, okay, I get it. Okay, it started. Okay, it's not good, but it's not bad. Okay, and then it just drags on and on and on, and we're like, okay, we get it. Whatever the fuck you're trying to fucking imagine the school and your vision, and it's not working out for you because you keep fucking losing, and they keep going and going and going and going and going and going, and then when the series should have ended, it's like, nope, hold on, we're gonna have another storyline, another arc with Soma having a stepbrother, not really, psych, haha. And then that weird NTR bullshit with Irina and that guy. It was no. Oh my god, I'm getting PTSD just thinking about it again. How do you think that was good?
I don't think that was the good part. I think the series was bad at that point, but I still think overall it's worth watching.
So season 3. So you think season 3, 4, and 5 should still be watched?
Sure. I mean, if you like the first 2.5 whatever seasons, and you just don't want to watch the rest of it, I see no reason why you shouldn't. I mean, I'm not saying it was good at that point, but for the sake of completion, it's not really all that different from liking the first part of Fairy Tail and watching it to the end, even though Tartarus and Alvarez are terrible.
I agree with Tartarus being terrible. I don't think it was terrible. But okay, that was our conversation. Dav, you could come back now. But yeah.
I don't know. It's just from I've got a wallpaper on my computer somewhere. All the girls look hot, so.
Yeah, I mean that's also a fair point.
Guys, like, you know what? I don't give a shit about the story. Everyone sees these girls. I mean, that's very respectable. I respect that.
I mean, as long as the story is mildly entertaining and enough to keep my attention.
It's basically Yu-Gi-Oh with cooking. Yugi is never gonna lose, and the only time he loses is because, God forbid, the story progressed with him winning again. It's basically Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I mean, I like.
But I mean, that's not a bad thing either.
Oh my god, he comes out of nowhere. What's the secret sauce? Ketchup. What? Oh my god, how come I didn't think of that? That was so that wood plate was so fucking stupid when that was a secret ingredient. I'm not gonna lie to you.
The fact that sounds like a secret ingredient triggers me.
It's not a secret ingredient.
No.
There was a very specific situation where they couldn't figure out, what he did, and the reason they couldn't figure out is because ketchup was the answer. But it was just so simplistic that nobody who's like high up in the element of cooking and judging.
Oh, they wouldn't expect it to be such a simple thing. They would have thought it'd be like some like paprika mixed with something, but then he's like ketchup
something like that. Yeah.
So that makes you question if they're actually cooking connoisseurs, because you would fucking figure out how ketchup tastes. Right?
I don't know.
No, they weren't tasting the ketchup, and there wasn't ketchup in the dish. He just used ketchup as an additional sweetener.
Exactly my point. You would still know how ketchup tastes, even if it's like
but you couldn't
layered another shit.
It just gave a tanginess to the dish. You can't fucking.
They literally said
fries in the fucking ketchup.
They literally said it was a secret ingredient. I remember it saying secret ingredient.
I mean, maybe they presented it that way, but it's like it's not. Yeah, I remember that image. Yeah.
This series was the series started great, and then the sales just dipped. And I was like, nope, you fucking ruined it, and that's why it got canceled or axed.
Wait, it got canceled?
It didn't get canceled.
It got axed. You could tell it got fucking axed because the sales were shit for like the last 3 months.
Like a citation needed if you're gonna say that, but at the same time, like, yeah, it got ended and the ending did come off as quite rushed. But at the same time, like, again, it's like Fairy Tail. If you liked it from the beginning and you want to watch it, go ahead.
The author clearly stated that he had a lot of storylines he didn't want. He didn't get to. He also didn't develop the Irina Soma romance, even though he literally stated.
Why don't you send me some of these links and I'll read them? But at the same time, like, yeah, let's not.
We'll finish this conversation next week or next podcast then. But yeah, this is I was very much a fan of Shokugeki, and then season 3 started, season 4 started, and season 5, and I was like, and then Dev, I swear to God, we have Acnologia's human form in Shokugeki. He's one of the mini bosses. I swear to God. And we get like an entire backstory on him. Like if we give a shit, you should. Yeah, it was great. It was great.
I will, if I get around to. I know it's on Netflix. If I get around to it, I will let you know.
It's not like you don't got time to spend anyway, to spare.
True, you are kind of just at home for a while.
Yeah, but there's other stuff I'd rather watch first.
True, there is a lot of good stuff out there.
Like, it's on my list. It's just not very.
Dad wants to watch Overflow season 1.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
I don't know what that is. So.
Don't know about that one, my guy.
Or the girl who fell from the second floor.
Don't know about that one, my guy. I do not. So that Fairy Tail chapter.
Oh, that's right, Fairy Tail. That's what we're here for.
King, what did you think of it?
Sorry, I had to type a message. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Fuck this chapter.
Yeah, he's like, nope, I'm out.
What do you think?
I don't know how I felt about the chapter, if I'm being honest. We got basically, oh look, you're in my secret lair now. Ha ha ha. I don't get why they couldn't break out of the chains, if I'm being honest with you. Unless I didn't read it correctly, but why couldn't they just break out of the stuff that was holding them?
It didn't say, I don't think.
So we're supposed to believe that Natsu's just weak as shit?
Let me see.
Could it melt that?
Yeah, it's not even chains. It's rope. But it looks like rope to me for sure.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, even if it was chains or rope, we're saying Natsu couldn't have melted it away.
I mean, I would hope that in that case, Mishima would explain by saying it was made of like magic sealing or whatever it's typically called.
I think maybe when they were frozen, that might have like put a bit of a damper on their powers, maybe. But then again, we do see when they get dropped into the yokai world or the cave, he's got his powers at full throttle. So
yeah, no, I didn't like that inconsistency. If I'm being honest with you. And yeah, the ending was Lucy.
The first couple panels. There's a nice shot there. There's a nice shot on page 4, panel 2, or I guess panel 1.
I'm guessing. I think I know what you're talking about, but yeah, I didn't.
I like the chapter because I think it's set up for next chapter, and I think the next couple chapters are actually going to be good because I think it will actually be Gray and Natsu fighting through the cave. But I am a little bit skeptical, I guess is the word, because I'm expecting Celine to be more interesting.
Well, I think
I hope so.
I think Celine is an interesting character. I think she's fucking around, and I don't give a fuck for what she's fucking around with. Like, oh my god, he turned Lucy into a snake. Oh my god, who cares?
That's it. I think she is messing around. I think she's just having some fun, and she's definitely interesting. It's just what she's doing right now isn't interesting. I mean, Snake Lucy, bro. Just if you're gonna bring out the hentai, just bring out the tentacles. Like, you've never been ashamed to do it before, unless you Ueda's like, yo, I don't like tentacles. So I don't know.
Well, if you've noticed, there's a lot less fan service with Lucy in the sequel.
There is,
and
I'm surprised.
And Yuta did say that he's a huge fan of Lucy, so I'm guessing that's why he doesn't have as much fan service with her as opposed to Mashima.
Definitely draws it for himself, though. Hey. But I think this is me being more optimistic. I think the next couple chapters will be really good. That's what this is set up. But I said that last chapter, and this chapter weren't much. So I don't know. I'm just kind of rolling my ball along until it eventually I can say, see, it did set it up. Yeah, even if it's 10 chapters later.
And then we know Juvia is gonna appear as some sort of fucking creature.
Oh shit, we haven't even seen Juvia in a while. That would be great.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna appear as something. Look,
what do you mean we haven't seen Juvia in a while?
In a while, like when was the last time we saw her?
Oh wait, no, I was wrong. Never mind. Wait, isn't Juvia with them?
Well, she was with them in the world of Elentier, but we haven't seen her. Like, she wasn't fighting in the last couple of chapters. The last time we saw her, I think, was when the big hand came up and like shoved everyone away or whatever and separated them. Right?
I don't. Juvia fan, figure it out. Tell us.
Yeah, Dav, you can get it back to us on that. But I think that's a good point, considering that if Lucy has been used in this way to deal with Natsu, then presumably Juvia has with Gray, and that will be the content of the next chapter, possibly, or the one after. We'll see.
I don't know when the last time we did see her. I'm going to be honest. It's been a while. But
it has. I think it's been at least a couple of chapters, because the last time I remember her was during the incident with the hand.
Yeah. What I want to know is, why is Lucy a snake?
Because remember when she fought Lasana, and Lasana was a snake. Lucy and Lasana fused, and now it's Luciana, and now it's a snake.
Ew.
I hate that. I hate that with a passion. I give this chapter a 7. Nah.
By the way, I'm joking. I don't know why she's actually a snake.
That's why I hate it.
I mean, I feel like it's probably just a Mishima thing. Like, maybe Mishima just has a thing for snakes.
Maybe.
Chapter for me was like a 6 to 7. 7 if I'm being generous, 6 if I'm being.
I think there was an interview where Mashima basically is confirmed that he asked Yuta for approval on some of the storyboards. So I think it's safe to say it's not Mashima anymore. I think it's safe to say it's
more
Yuta.
Ueda.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure I feel like 100 Year Quest is like a Dragon Ball Super manga situation where Toyotaro gets the storyline from Toriyama, and Toriyama's like, okay, this is the beginning, this is the end. Couple of the stuff in the middle, everything else, do whatever you want, kind of thing. I feel like that's what 100 Year Quest is, and I think Ueda's doing a great job.
Yeah, because I don't know. I think it was 11th Doctor who posted it on Twitter. One of the interviews, or at least some of the interview portion. I could be misremembering, but I read it recently, and it basically talked about how Mashima basically asked Yuta for approval on some of the storylines. So it's not really Mashima doing the storyline. It's more like Mashima asking Yuta if the storyline is okay.
I'm sure he's probably maybe doing that because he's trying to give Ueda more freedom, maybe, or he's trying, he's not trying to hand it over, obviously, but he's just trying to get Ueda to have more of a say, so that later down the chapters, instead of Mashima being so heavily involved in the story, he can trust Ueda to do it himself.
Well, remember in the volume 1 afterward for volume 1. Mashima clearly talked about how he wanted Ueda to be the one doing the storyboard and the art. But Kodansha didn't want that. They wanted Mashima to do the storyboard for it. So it's very clear that Mashima already trusts Yuta. I'm gonna call him Yuta. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, sir. You're a great guy. But it's very clear that Mashima already trusted Yuta, because he did give high praise, saying he's the only one who draws he's the one who draws closest to my art style. And then he's talked about how he's very proud of the work he's done. And I don't know, it just seems like he trusts Yuta a lot. And at this point, it's been nearly 2 years since the sequel came out. Oh, since the sequel started, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Cool. All right, good. Here's a storyboard. You make it look pretty. That's what it feels like to me, especially because we see how invested and involved he is with Eden Zero growing, with those 2 video games, with the anime, with the manga itself, and all the time that takes. I feel like he's giving you a lot more of a leeway and creative control. Obviously, he doesn't say that often, because I'm pretty sure Kodansha would be kind of upset, because they're like, yo, we're telling you to do the storyboard and you're over here letting him do the storyboard. But yeah, I don't know, that's just my take on it.
Yeah. I do hope that Ueda is getting as much freedom as he would like when doing it, because I do think Ueda's doing an amazing job with the art, because there hasn't been a single chapter where I've looked at it and been like, the art wasn't that good, because every single chapter the art's been good, and it's been very akin to Mashima himself. So the credit where it's due, and I do hope that he's getting the reward for the hard work he's putting in. He definitely deserves it.
Yeah, he does. Okay, now regarding Juvia, she was last seen in chapter 64.
64. So that was almost 10 chapters ago.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
And that's when they were in the Elder Springs.
Oh, wait, was she not there for transporting everybody to, what's it called? Elantir?
No, she wasn't even in Edolas.
Oh, fuck. Well, I guess I've just been imagining her in that case.
Dad, you got some competition, fam.
Yeah, no, I don't want her.
Well, we did see Edolas Juvia. Did we see Edolas Juvia? Yeah, we did.
We did, because of Greige.
whatever the name.
Yeah, I know, right?
But yeah, nearly 10 chapters of no Juvia.
I've kind of just come to accept it because she hasn't really been in it that much anyway. So, yeah.
I could kind of appreciate the fact that this 100 Years Quest is very much centralized and focused on Team Natsu. And I think that was one of the issues with the original series, or the main storyline, where Team Natsu was the main lead, but then you constantly had all these other factions and all these other characters being involved, and it was like, yeah, that's cool that they're involved, but like you're taking away the focus from these characters and you're not really developing them. And that's one thing I feel like is lost on people, the amount of character development that these characters have actually gone through just in the 100 Years Quest alone, as opposed to fucking Fairy Tail that took 545 freaking chapters, and Natsu had like little to no development, and Happy was like just an annoying fucking exceed, and then this one he's like a lot less annoying and a lot more developed.
Yeah, so there's just a lot more focus on Team Natsu, which I do agree. It is nice. I'll be honest with you, I have been enjoying 100 Day Quest. However, I will be brutally honest and say that since the Mercphobia arc, it hasn't been as good, in my opinion. I really enjoyed Mercphobia, and then Alderon, apart from a few chapters here and there, wasn't all that.
Well, I think we're still getting the because the thing I kind of agree with the Mercphobia arc being good, because that's basically what you're saying, unless I misinterpreted.
Yeah,
that's what he meant.
Chill. I was just saying, chill. The thing that I liked about the Mercphobia arc was more not Mercphobia, because he was an annoying, useless, angsty dragon.
yeah.
What I liked more was Ignia appearing and just causing.
Yeah, there was
chaos.
more happening. There was more around, and it wasn't just the dragon doing something. Like Alderon to me was that Alderon as a dragon, I was just like, eh.
But don't forget, we also had Diablos.
Yeah, I've liked all the chapters. Every chapter where we've had them and we've fought them, I've liked. It's always been interesting. It's always been good. But the Dragon Gods, so far, I haven't. Apart from Mercphobia, I wasn't even that impressed by Mercphobia. I was impressed by his dragon form. It definitely looked the coolest so far. But other than that,
I mean, it was all right, I guess. I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't really care for that whole like stuff with Natsu and Gray being like some weird party fetish for all the girls. That just felt kind of weird. Though I guess like some people will probably be appreciative of the fact that it wasn't the girls who ended up in that situation, because that would have been arguably even more weird. But yes, and I don't know, maybe there's a contingent of female fans who will enjoy this, but I'm
Really?
not what the I do. Yes, really, I'm not. Anyways, as weird as the whole snake loose thing is, I actually do kind of like the two pulling themselves together and stuff. So that's, in my opinion, something that makes this chapter pretty decent. Regarding the series overall, if you want my very brief opinions on that, I do kind of agree with Dav. I'm still very curious about the whole thing with Elfsiri and why the dragons need to be, like taken down now at this point. It just seems like I don't know. Like I'm gonna wait till the series continues to make more decisions about that. But I mean, I liked Mercphobia's design. Alderon's was kind of whatever. I mean, obviously Celine is very attractive, but that's not really supposed to be something I should judge the series on. I will say, like, I did not think of it earlier, but I legit thought she was Lucy when she was bathing in the
So did I.
tub. Yeah,
so
dude.
did I. I thought it was Lucy, and I only clocked it wasn't. Yeah, when she actually got out and just started getting clothes on.
All the people were there, and they were putting the robe on her and stuff like that. Like, no, I thought that was Lucy.
I had to go back a bit. I had to go back. I had to be like, hold up, was that Lucy? But I did think that as well.
Maybe. See, now you're giving credit. Now you guys are giving credit to the Ignia X Selena or Celine pairing. That's basically people who are basically saying that's a parallel to. There's a section of the fandom that says that Celine X Ignia is a parallel to Lucy X Natsu.
Are you serious?
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, are you surprised?
I never heard of this.
Yeah, it was on Twitter, bro.
Are you surprised though?
No, I'm not. But
but this kind of gives it more credibility, if you will, because why did Yuta intentionally draw her looking like our girl Lucy? You know?
I guess.
The one thing just scanning through the chapter, the one thing actually I do want to bring up, she says that I am what causes the magic power to overflow in Elentier more than it already does. The way I'm starting to think of Elentier's magic, because if it's overflowing, right? Because they said that Elentier has too much magic right now, and if it continues, it's going to implode. I'm thinking of it like a cup, right? And you're filling up the cup, and the cup starts overflowing because you're pouring too much drink into it. Is that what Elentier's magic is basically like? It's just a fucking cup, and it's just like she's just added to it. So if a person enters Elentier, right, does their magical power get added into the cup? Because Earthland, people get their magic from Earthland, right?
Yeah, like the ether nano that's all around from the sun, the stars, or whatever the fuck.
So does Elentier people do the opposite? Because why is Elentier overflowing? Especially if she's been added to it, why is it overflowing even more? Just
maybe
she's
it's
there?
Because I think Elentier people might get their power the same way that Earthland people does, the sun and the ether nano or whatever. It's just a higher concentration, and maybe like she's so powerful as one of the 5 dragon gods that she's like her power that came over from Earthland with her is just causing it to overflow because she just brought so much with her.
That still doesn't make sense, because if Elentier's giving magic power to the people that live there, it's not being filled up. It's not being overflowed. Because to overflow, you have to overfill. So if it's given the magic to the people, it's not being filled. It's actually being emptied. That's what I mean.
Maybe it's a stronger flow then.
I don't know. It just seems like it seems like Elentier works in the opposite way. Because if it's overflowing, maybe I'm just taking overflow too little sense. Maybe that.
Maybe we might also have to check the translation, see if there's a synonym.
Maybe, I don't know. I just had a thought that just because I double checked it. But other than that,
it's an interesting point because I was also curious by what she meant. Like, I'm the reason that it's overflowing, but I'm like, you're not from here. Like, this world has always, like, you know.
That's why she says more than it already does. That's what makes me think her coming over, her magic power has been added to the cup, which is now causing it to overflow even more. That's what made me think of that.
Yeah,
situation.
I see why, but like at the same time, it wouldn't really make sense because it's like, okay, so like if Earthland people get their power from their area, so like Elentier's power from people, so like that would mean everyone's power is intrinsic to themselves. But then it's like, well, why does that affect the fairy tale mages? Why are their powers so much stronger? They're over there when they're not from there. Are they siphoning magic from other human beings over there and the yokai or whatever?
Well, what we've seen from the world, there's hardly any humans.
Well, yeah, you get what I mean, right? The other living beings.
No, yeah. But yeah,
I guess we'll probably find that out, but at the same time, I think that won't be explored.
I hope so.
Well, yeah, other than that, there's not really much else the chapter's really given us.
No.
Mm-mm.
But I mean, for that reason, like the fact that it's continuing to make the fairy tale members struggle, that's something I like, and I want to see more.
So we'll wait for the power up, basically.
I don't want a power up. I want like actual effort.
Power up, woo!
So what I'm hearing is you want a unison raid power up.
If that's what you're hearing, then you're not listening to me, and you need to borrow some Q-tips.
What I'm hearing is you know what he wants? He wants power of friendship power up.
Delicious.
He wants that. My friends are in danger.
I read a comment, and they said that 100 Years Quest amplifies the power of friendship, and I was like, "Were you dropped at birth?" Because I understand the complaint with Fairy Tail having the power of friendship, but the sequel hardly has that, if at all. I don't remember the power of friendship being a thing in it. And it's like, how did you get fucking... you beat Mercphobia because you got a power from someone else. It's like, how did you get power of friendship from that? How did you get... For Algeron, he didn't even beat them all. They literally all had to work together. We had all of fucking Fairy Tail fighting Algeron. Even Brandish helped a little bit. Where was the power of friendship there? And I was like, with Celine, he tried to punch her and she just walked it off and left. And she's like, all right, I'm out. Like, where was the power of... Like, I don't get where people are seeing this fucking power of friendship shit. I don't know. Just annoyed me.
It's gonna keep happening regardless. So.
Oh, no, I know. But I'm just saying, like, that's just kind of fucking stupid. You could have so many complaints and like bring other points, but you're talking about some shit that's really been close to non-existent in this fucking sequel. It's like, oh no, it just boggles my mind. But it do be like that.
Oh,
anyway,
with that, should we do? There's only one chapter of Eden Zero, right?
Yes, sir. 125.
I'm gonna dip for a bit, but I'll see you guys later.
Cool.
Enjoy that pizza,
like
fam.
10-15 minutes.
Enjoy that pizza, fam. Oh yeah, enjoy that pizza, fam.
Later.
That's your thing. Later.
The cover.
So Dev. Oh, it looked very nice. I worked. It's probably didn't help me in this one. She usually helps with the other tax ones. I worked on the cover page. And like I cleaned it so all the Japanese and everything extra of it was removed, and it looks even more amazing. It'd be a cool wallpaper for your phone.
Let me actually go and look at the Indigo because I just went straight for the Crunchyroll. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it just has the original Eden Zero and the Hiro Mashima. I was like, yeah, I should probably keep that because
the colors are a lot nicer as well.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with the English adaptation, if you will, because fucking it always and I mean always like moves the panels and it moves the pages and some shit, and it just surprises me. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. But
yeah,
all right,
the cover was nice. Yeah. Like I was saying, the cover was actually really. I think this might be my favorite cover of the series so far. just purely because of how neat and tidy it is. And it's just so simple. Yet it does. It's just so nice. So I think it might be my favorite one. The chapter itself.
Let's talk about it, fam.
I liked it.
Did you?
Because okay,
no, I'm kidding.
There's okay. There's like 3 sections to this chapter, right? There's the beginning where we see the whole team in space still in a fight, and you see them, all of them start saying, okay, wait, whoa, we've got a problem. Then we've got the section with Hermit and Weiss, right? And that section also includes the fucking humans being murdered. So we're going back to the dark side of the story. And then the other section is Justice and Elsie again. Alright? Sorry, 4 sections, because then we've also got our fucking boy Zenolith. 3 out of those 4 sections were good. Alright. The Weiss and Hermit situation, I'm liking. I like Weiss's powers. I just don't like him. I like Arsenal as an idea, and I think it's pretty cool. And again, I'm liking this dynamic between Hermit and Weiss. Hermit trusts him, and they are working very close together, working quite well together. And then seeing what the fucking, whatever his name is, the dude who tortured Hermit.
Pinocchio cunt Jr.
Yeah. Seeing all those humans just... The thing is, it wasn't even a build-up. They just started, and I was like, wow, okay, that went 0 to 100 pretty quick. I like that happened, that it suddenly just got really dark. And then we see good old Rebecca fighting, and then Pino using her EMP to stop the whole thing. I know you love seeing Grand Chariot again, since Jalal's your favorite character.
I'm about to disconnect from this fucking voice.
My favorite part of the whole chapter was Zenolith. I'm excited to see just how powerful this dude, because if this dude was Ziggy's mentor, and Ziggy is as strong as he is, and Sheik is as strong as he is, right? Zenolith has got to be fucking nuts.
Probably. I mean, he's got to be nuts.
I mean, he just used the Mega Mech attack, the one that Sheik uses, and he just caved in the entire planet. Felt that gravity. The entire planet was like, yo, what the fuck just happened? What about you?
A few fucking things. One, I will not be talking about the Justice and Elsie section of the chapter, because that's a 1 out of 10 for me, because I don't give a fuck about those useless ass irrelevant characters who should have died last chapter. That's neither here nor there. So we're not going to talk about that. You want to talk about that? Go ahead and talk about that.
No, I don't want to talk about that.
If whoever's listening to this, if you like that, I'm happy that you like that. I'm glad that Mashimon gave you something you like. I do not give a single fuck about that bullshit. So I'm not gonna talk about it. Like we already discussed a little bit. Okay, let me just bring it up. Grand Chariot again. Again.
I'm not gonna discuss them. Grand Chariot again.
That's no, I'm not discussing. I'm just saying again. But like we discussed already, kind of weird that the cover for the English version is a lot lighter than the Japanese version, because the Japanese that actually looks dark. This looks more like, or actually looks black. This looks more like light gray. Yeah. For the chapter cover, kind of weird. Whatever. I do like the fact that we're seeing different aspects of the war, right? We're seeing the aerial battle for Foresta. We're seeing the ground battle for Foresta, and of course, we're seeing the battle in that other fucking what is it with Hermit and
Weiss.
Weiss. I don't know where they are, but it's basically that, and that's interesting to me. I like that, and like you said, I do like. I'm not a fan of Weiss. I think I've made this perfectly clear.
Yeah.
But I do like what I do like that they're building on their friendship and their companionship, if you will, and I'm really enjoying that.
Yeah, Weiss and Hermit together is a nice dynamic. Weiss by himself, yeah.
Yeah. I could read a spin-off or a mini omake regarding them because I like their dynamic. It's cool. Now I don't know if they're going for the brotherly sibling type of companionship or the actual romantic. I don't know how I feel about the romantic, but then again, I said I would hate this dynamic or I wouldn't like the characters because I don't like Weiss, and I actually like it. So I hope whatever Mashima does with him, he clearly knows what he's doing. I'm not gonna question what he's doing because he's doing a fantastic job with it. It's kind of interesting how you said that he literally went like 0 to 100 real quick, right? He was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna destroy all humans. Bye now," and then he just like presses the button. Like it's not a typical villain speech, right? Where they like monologue and you're like, "Oh, he's telling you the plan so you could stop him." I was like, "Nope, here's a monologue and I'm doing this shit at the same time. Get over it." It was nice. I liked that. It was very interesting to see. And yeah,
how
it was
about how dark it went, like in the snap of a finger.
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, the entire next panel is shot. Everybody getting shot. So it's not. It can't be robot lives matter. It's got to be human lives matter, bro. Because robots be killing humans left and right.
And yeah, it's and like I said, it was a snap of a finger, and it wasn't. It's not like one or two humans here. You can tell it's like a good. 10.
No, yeah. It literally showed all of them dying. I was like, Jesus Christ.
It's crazy.
And like you said, what's his name? Zen. What's his name? Xenomyth.
Xenolith.
Xenolith. So what he said was interesting, and you haven't really you didn't bring it up in your. But he said, "True gravity transcends even concept. It is the weight of the heart. It will sometimes allow you to make others' hearts fall inside you." And this is basically playing on the fact that, remember, Shiki basically was able to do that with Dragon Joe. He was able to see inside his heart and see his past when he was a kid and being like treated as fucking meat to be killed. So that's the Jack and Joe aspect of it. Or sometimes attract a young woman from the future. Its power is that great. Now, who's a young woman that we know that could travel through time?
Rebecca.
So I'm very interested in how the fuck this motherfucker knows that shit. Because he didn't say those just to say those things, because I feel like there's intent behind those words, because he specifically mentions something that he's done, and that was when he fought Dragon Joe.
I get what you're saying, but have we had any evidence that Rebecca can travel into the future? We've only seen that she can go back.
Well, we also know she hasn't mastered the power.
That's true. So I mean, actually, if she can go backwards and she can go parallel, guess
she should be able to go
there's
forward.
No reason to not doubt that she can go forward if she.
Well, think about it.
Learns to master it.
Oh yeah, think about it. If she's from the future, and she goes back in time, that's on par with what she knows how to do. She doesn't know how to travel to the future. She does know how to travel back in time. And she's done that at least 29 times, at least 30 times. So remember, World 29, World 30.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't even know how she did it or when she did it. So, and this motherfucker clearly knows something, and I'm excited for that. I am excited for that.
I do like how we get these random new characters, and they always say something, and we're just like, "The fuck does this motherfucker mean?"
Yeah, because we know
Connor. It happened with the dude that owns the fucking organization.
Yeah, and he because and this is a good way for Mashima to kind of give us more development and more like content without giving us without beating it over our heads, if you will. He's being like subtle about it, and I like that. And that's when we talk about he basically says it's gravity's force is infinite. That makes it powerful as well as dangerous. And we know Zhao Mei, I think I said her name correctly.
Yeah.
She talked about how is Shiki a hero or is he going to be the true demon king? So again, was he going to be good or is he going to be bad? And is he going to be powerful and good or is he going to be powerful and dangerous? So there's a lot of overlapping of stuff that's already been discussed or talked about within the series. So it's very interesting. It's interesting. And I fucking told you, we need a book on Rebecca's powers and all the bullshit she could do, because this shit getting complicated. This shit getting mad complicated, and I'm not gonna be able to remember all the bullshit she got to do, or she can do.
I agree with you. It is gonna be the more and more that they give us, not just for Rebecca but for other users as well. The more and more we get, the more and more we're gonna need to have to remember, especially later on down the story. There's a fairy tale. It's kind of linear with each person's power. Like for example, Natsu had fire. All right.
Mm-hmm.
There was he didn't really have an extensive reach with it. It was just fire. He had 5 or 6 fire type attacks that he used.
Yeah.
And he could eat fire. And no matter if it was cold, fucking hot, warm, fucking blue, yellow, he could eat it. And then he was proven that he could eat the god fire as well. But it was all linear, because at the end it was just fire. Now, if there's gravity, every time there's a big reveal of the gravity, it's something that's actually brand new. And from the very start of the story, he's always been powerful. He's always been someone who can use it in a very unique way. And I think now that we've met Zenolith, it doesn't seem like Zenolith is evil. He doesn't seem like he's been corrupted by this virus, all right? Considering that he stopped every single person and then he just walked away. I think Zenolith is going to end up helping him.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to be, I hope it's a good parallel, but it's going to be he's going to be like Gran Torino to Shiki's Deku, right? He's going to teach him what he taught his idol, but he's not going to do more than that. He's not going to show him how to
learn on his own.
Yeah. And like you said, he literally just did he just stopped everybody from moving. He was like, yeah, I just stopped everybody from moving.
And it was effortless.
He's no big deal.
He did it with zero effort. He just went boom, boom, done. And everyone was like, oh shit. Even the people in the fucking ship were like, yo,
yeah,
what's going on?
Wait. They're like, yo, we're not even in the fucking building. What the fuck is going on? We're not even in the world, bro.
And the thing is, people were like, is that Shiki? And the thing is, that where Homer says, was that Shiki? So, in Fairy Tail, you could always tell, right? The characters could always say, oh, if another flame came out, right? Was that Natsu? And someone would be like, nah. That doesn't smell like Natsu, or that doesn't feel like Natsu's magical power. Here, it doesn't seem like you can always
differentiate ether gear.
So yeah, it doesn't look like you can differentiate people's ether gear. So if two people have the same one, are you going to be able to tell that it's whose is whose if they're not in front of you? Maybe from attacks, but if you're trying to sense it, I don't think so.
How do you remember what we actually said, bro? So people, I can't do this shit. The bots fucked up
Again,
right? Both of them.
Robot Lives Matter.
Fuck the robots. So we have to re-record some of the shit that we were talking about. We talked a lot more about Eden Zero, but I can't remember it for the life of me. So I'm just gonna say yes, Dab. I agree with everything you just said.
All right, cool. But yeah,
so much for a seamless transition.
It's not gonna be I do not lie to my people.
You just kind of exposed us.
I do not lie to my people.
Spidey's got a new president.
No one's asking you to lie.
He don't lie to people. He's
look, motherfucker. If we were recording on Monday, I would have lied because my president taught me to lie. But we're recording on
so he is
Thursday.
your president. All right.
Well, he was my president. Well, Trump was president of the United States. That's
I'm just saying, man. Like the number of people who would be like hashtag not my president.
Yeah, well, those people were stupid because he was still.
I agree with that.
Anyway, we're recording on Thursday. My president is now Joseph Robinette Biden. All right, he don't lie to the people.
Robinette is his middle name.
Yes,
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I got that.
It's like the video game guy.
I like how we were supposed to talk about Eden Zero, but like not fucking Eden Zero. We're talking about
Joe Biden.
Goddamn right. How do you feel about how do you feel about the Keystone? What is it? That Keystone?
The Keystone pipeline?
Yeah,
I'll be honest. It's difficult because, like, I obviously think it is beneficial in terms of energy production, but at the same time, I don't know if you're familiar with the quality of oil extraction from the Alberta oil sands, because the amount of energy you have to put into extraction from an oil sands is much higher than what you would have to then to get oil from an oil well, like they have the majority of in like Saudi Arabia and generally the Gulf coast of the Gulf regions, and actually maybe even the Gulf of Mexico. I'm not sure about that one, but in like it's a difficult one, like because obviously I do think that it would have been beneficial, but I understand the necessity of like canceling it from that perspective. I would say though that I don't like canceling it unless they have like a backup plan, because obviously people need and depend on those jobs, particularly in this climate, and we're obviously not going to like decrease our dependence on energy. So what I would hope is that they at least take the money that where they were going to do that and then invest it like somewhere else to like maybe retrain workers and put some money in a different type of energy like nuclear or something.
Yeah, I agree. It's good because it's not as bad for the environment, but it's bad because of the job loss. You're right. I do hope, I'm not gonna lie to you, having listened to this president, I miss having an adult in the White House because he sounds like an adult, whereas Trump just sounded like a whiny little fuck. It's kind of weird because I was like, holy shit, this is what a president sounds like. And then he kept talking about science over personal belief, and I was like, damn. You know the worst part was when there was I don't know, I don't think you saw it because you're Canadian, and I know Dab didn't see it because Dab's British, but there was a little segment with Obama, Bush, and fucking Clinton, right? There was a segment between the three of them, the peaceful transition of power. They were talking about the peaceful transition of power, and I was like, why is Bush hated so much? He didn't do anything bad. Then I remember what he did, and I was like, you know, it's bad when you think that what Bush did isn't that bad, because what fucking Trump did was even worse. So it was wild. But yeah, that was. Dad, what did you rate it again?
The chapter.
Yeah.
A 7.5, I think it was.
All right, there we go. We gave the chapter 7.5. The inauguration was a 9 out of 10. Everybody was on their fly shit. Bernie Sanders with those mittens, magnificent. And yeah, that was it. Is there anything we got to talk about?
No. Everyone played Precon.
Everybody played what?
Everyone needs to start playing Precon, the new gacha that came out for Princess Connect.
Oh, I gotta play that shit.
Dude, it's so fucking fun. It's so fun. You get a guild house and shit. You can like design it. You can design a guild house, put beds and shit, bruv.
You trying to sleep with the woman? I got you.
Yeah, I am. Boom.
Princess Connect. I asked, what the fuck, bro? I had I not pre-ordered. I had registered for the game and they didn't goddamn give me that bullshit. What the fuck? That's some bullshit. Some greedy bullshit.
I've been playing non-stop since it released like 2 days ago.
Oh, it released 2 days ago.
Yeah. Link your Crunchyroll account and you get an extra multi.
Ooh.
And if you get shit stuff, you can uninstall, re-download, disconnect your Crunchyroll account, re-download the game, right? Start over, and you can reconnect the same Crunchyroll account to get another multi.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, yeah, I don't read the service. Yeah. All right, guys, that was this week's podcast or whatever we called it. It wasn't really. There was no point in recording this, to be honest. Oh wait, we could no fuck it. You know what? We could do this. Let's talk about the latest Eden Zero chapter, Dev. Did you read the latest? You son of a bitch.
What are you going to talk about next time? We have the Fairy Tail chapter.
Next time.
We could just talk about fucking Fairy Tail and Attack on Titan.
I want to play Precon.
Bitch, it takes you like 5 minutes. Just look at the stupid pretty pictures and that's it.
Just chill, Spidey. You'll do that next week. If you want to talk about pretty pictures, though, you guys should. I don't know if you've seen it, but check out the posters for Godzilla vs Kong. Dude, that stuff looks sick.
Oh, and congratulations to the Fairy Tail Wiki for passing a huge milestone.
Thank you.
On Twitter.
Yeah, no, like I honestly, actually, I'd hoped that we'd get it like January 1st, so we could begin the new year. But it's fine. We'll take the extra 3 weeks.
What a guy.
It is what it is. I am very happy though, and of course, reminder that we are recording on Fairy Tail Wiki Twitter Talk interviews. So if you're still interested, hit me up. Another reminder: if you are listening to this, ping me in the Discord with the number 42, so I know that you actually listen, and you'll have my gratitude.
That is true. He will make you an exclusive FT Wiki staff member.
I can't do that.
You'll be their drink person or some shit. I don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Boy. It'll be the water boy, bruv.
The water boy. Now, does that mean I get to tackle people?
I ain't gonna stop you. I don't think Spidey is.
I don't. As long as you're not tackling me, I don't give a fuck. Oh, you guys should watch KSI and Assignment. They're fucking hilarious.
I hate KSI.
I don't give a shit about KSI as an artist. His content is fucking hilarious.
I can't listen to him, bro. Like this speak cunt, bro.
They were doing the Hot Wings challenge. You're gonna like it, and the dude was like having seizures. Essentially, it was hilarious. So yeah, that was that. People wear a mask. Rub your hands. Wear hand sanitizer. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Later, guys.